Attention passionate Washington Commanders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Washington Commanders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Washington Commanders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS and Washington Commanders FANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. You have to pay close attention because what's happening right now in the NFL, especially in the NFC East, is nothing short of a game changer. The Washington Commanders, a team that's been striving to get back to prominence, are making some bold moves. And one of the biggest stories isn't just about a new signing or a draft pick. It's about a potential blockbuster trade that could reshape their entire offense. We're talking about the possibility of acquiring Davante Adams, one of the most explosive wide receivers in the league today. This isn't just speculation. It's a move that could elevate Washington from a decent team to a serious contender, especially with the recent developments involving their star receiver, Terry McLaurin. But before we jump into the details of the trade, let's set the scene a little. The Commanders, after a decent season last year, are heading into what many hope will be a pivotal year for them. This is the season where Jayden Daniels, their promising young quarterback, needs to take a big step forward. Washington has been building around him, trying to surround him with talent, with the goal of making him the centerpiece of a potent offense. They've invested in their offensive line, added some promising weapons in the draft, and now, the big question remains: how do they maximize their chances with the pieces they have? Well, the answer might be right in front of us, or rather, in the form of a trade for a proven veteran like Davante Adams. Adams, who has been one of the NFL's most consistent and dynamic receivers for years, has been the focal point of multiple high-powered offenses. His route running, ability to get open at critical moments, and knack for making spectacular catches make him a perfect fit for a team looking to take the next step. And with Washington potentially losing Terry McLaurin, who, let's face it, has been their star receiver and a fan favorite for years, they need to fill that void with someone who can produce immediately and help elevate the entire offense. Adams fits that bill perfectly. Now, let's talk about the context of this potential trade. Recently, the Los Angeles Rams, who have been in a bit of a rebuilding phase, made a strategic move to add wide receiver talent this offseason. They brought in Adams to pair with Puka Nacua, a young receiver with a lot of promise. But here's the catch. The Rams' season outlook is starting to look a little shaky. Matthew Stafford, their starting quarterback, has been dealing with back soreness during training camp, and if that injury persists into the season, it could hamper their chances of contending. If the Rams don't see themselves as serious contenders this year, they might be more inclined to trade veteran players like Adams to build for the future. And that's where Washington comes into the picture. If the Rams decide to trade Adams, the Commanders could be the perfect destination. Think about it. Adams in Washington, alongside a young quarterback like Daniels, could ignite that offense. Adams' ability to work the top of the curl and comeback routes, his precise route running, and his playmaking skills could help Daniels develop faster and give the Commanders a true weapon on the outside. Plus, Adams would be motivated to play for a team that's trying to make a deep playoff run, not a rebuilding squad. That motivation, combined with his talent, could lead to a resurgence in his production, which has been one of the hallmarks of his career. But it's not just about what Adams can do for Washington, it's also about what the Rams might want in return. If they're considering a rebuild, they would be looking to acquire draft capital, picks that could help them select their next franchise quarterback, possibly even Arch Manning, who is a highly touted prospect. Trading Adams could be a strategic move for the Rams, allowing them to focus on developing new talent and building for the future. For Washington, acquiring Adams would be a no-brainer. They'd be getting a proven superstar, someone who can immediately make an impact and help take the pressure off their young quarterback. Now, let's dive a little deeper into how Adams would fit into the Commanders' offensive scheme. With his ability to work the top of the curl and transition into over-the-ball routes, he's an ideal receiver for a quarterback like Daniels, who's still developing his consistency but has a lot of potential. Adams' route running is among the best in the league, and his experience in high-pressure situations would be invaluable for a team looking to make a playoff push. Pairing him with Deebo Samuel, who brings a different element with his versatility and explosive plays, would give the Commanders a dynamic duo capable of stretching defenses and creating mismatches all over the field. And let's not forget the impact on the locker room and team chemistry. Bringing in a veteran like Adams, who's been to the highest levels of the league, can provide leadership and stability. His presence could elevate the confidence of the entire offense and inspire the younger players to elevate their game. For the fans, it's an exciting prospect, seeing a player of Adams' caliber donning the burgundy and gold, representing a team with a rich history that's hungry for a return to greatness. Of course, this is all speculation at this point, but it's grounded in the current realities of the NFL landscape. The NFC East is fiercely competitive, with teams like the Eagles and Cowboys always in the mix, and the Giants showing signs of rebirth. For Washington, making a bold move like acquiring Davante Adams could be the catalyst they need to not just compete, but dominate the division. It could be the difference between a playoff appearance and a deep run, maybe even setting the stage for a Super Bowl push in the coming years. Now, I want to highlight something crucial here. The NFL is a league where timing is everything, and the offseason is where these moves are often decided. The Commanders, knowing they have a window to contend, might see Adams as the missing piece. The Rams, on the other hand, could be open to trading him if they believe their season is heading toward a rebuild. So all eyes are on these negotiations, and it's a story that's unfolding right in front of us. And remember, the NFL offseason is full of surprises, and trades like this can happen almost overnight. So, for all the Washington Commanders fans out there, stay tuned, because this could be the start of something truly special. Imagine a scenario where Adams lines up with Daniels, creating a connection that sparks the offense to life, and suddenly, Washington becomes a team nobody wants to face in the postseason. That's the kind of impact a player like Adams can have: immediate, explosive, and game-changing. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Washington Commanders news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Washington fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential move? Do you think acquiring Davante Adams is the right call for the Commanders? Would you be willing to see them part ways with some draft capital for a proven superstar? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the team. We love engaging with you, and your insights help shape the conversation around Washington's future. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Washington Commanders news. This is an exciting time for the division, and the Commanders are right in the middle of it, aiming to make a statement that they're back in the conversation for NFL supremacy. Thanks for watching, and as always, let's keep the passion alive for the burgundy and gold.